Hi, this is Alex at Always Smell Good. Welcome back. Today I want to discuss fragrances that work really good in a gym or a fitness environment. Some precursors prior to getting into the fragrances themselves. First things first, fragrances will never be a substitute for poor hygiene. So take a shower. Second, the gods of the Iron Temple do not give a shit if you smell good or smell bad. All they care about is consistency and hard work. Don't let fragrances or any other excuse stop you from achieving your goal, whether it is fitness or anything else in life. Here are some tips on how to apply and pick fragrances for fitness-related activities. The general vibe of the fragrance needs to be understated, evoke cleanliness and freshness. So no beast mode fragrances, no clubbing fragrances here. You want to keep it tame and low key. Fresh and clean at the gym while you're getting your sweat on. Number 2, do not spray on pulse points as you would do while regularly applying fragrances. Pulse points creates a high density of fragrance in one spot which radiates further. So instead, apply a thin mist over your general body. Keep it a 1 to 3 sprays max, and a thin mist is going to spread out evenly over your body and give off a light aura of good smell. Try not to apply fragrances right before you enter the gym or at the locker room. Apply fragrances right before you leave for the gym or right before you're about to change into the clothes, whichever comes first. Fitness fragrances are usually fresh, and fresh fragrances tend to have brighter opening note. You want to apply it and give it some time before you go to the gym or enter the gym to allow the fragrance to calm down from its opening notes and settle into its mid and base notes. With that being said, here are my top 5 fragrances that work really good in the gym. I spent a lot of time there, so I know what I'm doing, so trust me on this. Number 5 on the list, a fragrance from the house of Nickel or Maximum with the dominant notes of spearmint and green tea. This is a fresh, clean fragrance and also gives you an invigorating vibe every time you get a whiff of it. It's not a projection monster or a beast. 1 to 2 sprays are sufficient. Number 2 on my list is a recent acquisition that I just got, so I haven't really got a chance to test it out, but from my initial sprayings, the fragrance is Bright Neroli by Ferrari. This fragrance is a 90 to 94% clone of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. The dominant notes on this fragrance are going to be Neroli, petitgrain, and bergamot. Essentially, you're going to get notes from the orange family. You get a burst of Neroli right off the get-go, and then it settles into the petitgrain, which follows the Neroli. Overall smell is really clean, nothing too bright. This is just generally a clean fragrance that you could wear in a really hot environment. I think this fragrance would really work if you are going to be doing an outdoor workout like a CrossFit workout, or going to do a hot workout like a hot yoga or a Bikram yoga workout. 1 or 2 sprays is enough. It is on the stronger side for fragrance related fragrances, so 1 or 2 sprays should suffice. And the fragrance is not too expensive either, and I think it's a good alternative to Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Number 3 is a fragrance by the house of Afnam. It's called Blue Delic. The primary notes on this fragrance are going to be marine notes and salt. It also has fresh aquatic vibe to it as well. The fragrance is an eau de parfum concentration, so you don't need a lot. 1 or 2 sprays is sufficient. What this reminds me of is walking down the detergent aisle of the supermarket. So it has a very fresh, clean vibe to it. It does smell slightly synthetic, but again, it's not an expensive fragrance. You get a lot of salt and marine notes of it. Number 2 on my list is a fragrance by the house of The Body Shop called Italian Summer Fig. This fragrance is unlike any on my list, and is on here to give you a little twist from your fresh and clean smells. The primary notes on this fragrance are going to be fig and fig leaf. This is really similar to Diptyque's Philosophico's, except without the coconut creamy note, giving it a very light and airy vibe. Philosophico's, or a similar fragrance by L'Artisan called Fig Premier. Those fragrances are really dense with a creamy fig vibe to it. This fragrance is that same smell without the coconut note. This smells very similar to smelling a fig tree or a fig bush. You get a lot of the green fig leaf along with the fig fruit itself. This fragrance is not sweet. It's really light and airy, much different from your regular grapefruit based or aquatic fresh fragrances. 1 or 2 sprays should suffice, something that you could try on a colder day that you go to get your workout. Number 1 on my list is a fragrance that I picked up while I was at Hong Kong while smelling Vibrant Leather. It's a fragrance by the House of Zara called 8.0. The first thought that came to me when I sprayed this fragrance in the store was, this is gonna make a really great gym or fitness fragrance. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, nearly at the end of this bottle. I don't know how readily available this is, but this fragrance has a predominant note of melon and mint. It's pretty much a linear fragrance. It's unlike any other fresh scent that you would have smelled. Not sweet, but it does have a little fruity tinge to it because of the melon, and the mint gives it a really cool, soothing vibe to it. So check it out if it's available. Fragrance by the House of Zara called 8.0. So that's it. Those are my top 5 fragrances that work really good in a fitness or in a fitness related environment. I spend a lot of time at the gym, so if I can find new fragrances to wear at the gym, it would be really awesome. So if you know all the fragrances, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, stay warm and get swole. This is Alex, out.